If I could go back in time and talk to my 14-year-old self, one advice that I would absolutely give her is to remember that when absolutely everything else is failing you and life is tearing you apart and it feels like it's the end of the world, there is one thing that it's going to save you no matter what. It will always have you back. 10 out of 10 is discipline. Discipline to me feels like the oldest sister. She is calm, she is simple, she is stubborn, she is not here to show off, but she is your fucking second mom. Without her, your education would be undone, unfinished, unreliable. She is the rock in your foundation. And I don't fucking understand how come that I didn't know this simple truth about life before. I annoy my own self when I think about all of the years where I was struggling and trying to get shit done, quitting it every single time, not understanding why. Until, I don't know, maybe I fucking hit puberty and just now, maybe I got a revelation or a spiritual awakening, whatever you want to call it, but I think life just really fucked me up. So when life fucks you up, you learn shit really quick. Rule of life. Okay, now let's talk seriously about the subject. First of all, what do I mean by discipline? Discipline is not torturing yourself. Discipline is not constantly denying yourself all life's pleasures. Discipline is having the routine that really works for you and helps you get from point A to point B through a certain period of time. Sometimes it can be measured in time, sometimes it's rather abstract, but this is the thing in between is the thing that's gonna get you there, and it's the only thing that's working. Because you can fool yourself and tell you, okay, you know what, I have exams in 2 weeks. I haven't studied at all, but that's fine. I'm just gonna sit my ass down 2 days before, starting really hard, and I'll get there. And you might get there. Are you gonna remember shit that you just studied? Probably not. So if that's what you're aiming for, you can do it. If you're starting to be a surgeon, maybe not. My point is, discipline is about forming healthy habits that help you maintain a routine where you learn, let's say, learn a new skill daily for a certain amount of time, and it helps you perfect your knowledge, once again, through time. Discipline is the core of your personal education, because when everything else is falling apart, when everything else is failing you, because it is gonna happen at one point in life where no matter how hard you work, how strong you are, things are not gonna be going your way. Maybe your mental health is affected. Maybe you just broke up with a boyfriend. In the moment of crisis, when everything else is falling apart, and the moment like that's gonna happen in your life. In my case, it happened several times because I didn't learn the first time. Guess what? How smart of me, right? I know. But crisis moments actually happen, I would say, several times in your life at least. But the moment it's gonna hit, and it will, discipline is the only thing that can actually help you get back to normal, heal, learn and grow, and turn them to the next page, onto the next chapter. Why so? Because as I said, in a moment of crisis, you go into survival mode, and this is a pretty normal reaction. You don't know how bad your crisis can be. The shit that I went through recently was bad to a point where my mental and my physical health were both failing me. And I consider myself as a strong person. I am strong, resilient, and assertive. Sometimes shit is stronger than you, and you cannot know when it's gonna happen. And I swear to God, there's one element like discipline that is just gonna help you put all of those puzzles into a big picture together. The only thing that's gonna help you. Let me explain you why. As I said, crisis is a big thing. It's bigger than all of us humans. So do not always rely on things that work for you. My example, I am very quick, I'm witty, and I improvise well. This is what got me through my education, bitch. I swear to God, I was not disciplined enough to sit my ass down and study. I simply couldn't. As a kid, I wouldn't say I was hyperactive, but I was still quite restless, as most kids are. So I was relying on those qualities, and you know what? It worked for me, and I'm grateful. That's fine with me, but that's not always gonna be the case, because sometimes you're gonna need to learn certain life skills, whether they are professional or just general skills, that are gonna require from you a lot of patience and time, and this is the only way to learn them. And discipline is the key element that's gonna get you there, because basically discipline is building up things, repeating them to a point where one day you wake up and you realize it became your habit. It's gonna be like taking a shower. Taking a shower is natural. All humans, except maybe for depressed people, but this is a whole different subject, take showers hopefully fucking daily. If you're not taking your showers daily, do not stay here. Go away from this page. I don't want stinky asses here, okay? Girls, we take showers every day. Ideally, at least one a day. Take two if you need them. Up to you, girly. But yeah, let's say your goal is to learn a new language. And you didn't realize that, it's going to require time of you. And you are so tempted to think that, you know what? I'm too lazy to study every single day of my life. So I'm going to do a different way. I'm going to sit my ass once a week and I'm going to study for the next 5 hours, because this is how I was thinking. And my skills are magically going to appear, and I'm going to be fluent in this language in around like 6, no, let's say 6 is a little bit too ambitious, 8 to 12 months. Is it working? It could be working, but your knowledge still will not be properly assimilated by your brain, because this is not how our brain works. It needs more time. And you know what else our brain needs? It needs repetition every day after day. And this is something we all hate. I am not saying that I'm the biggest fan of discipline. I'm just saying that life taught me that this is something that works. And I swear to God, I was resistant as hard as I could until I actually realized, like, why the fuck am I doing it? If life keeps throwing the exact same lessons into your fucking face, it's because you need to learn them. You really need to put them here, analyze, learn, and grow. If you're not doing it, you're going to fail. You're going to fail. I am telling you. I'm not going to repeat myself. Hear me once, remember for the rest of your life, right? Because I'm talking from personal experience. I wouldn't lie to you about that. So what should you do instead of, as I said, studying a little too intensely, hoping that you're going to remember it, but you won't. You need to incorporate those habits, those daily habits into your life. Studying every single day for 15 minutes of your day is smarter than studying once a week for 5 hours straight. It is just the way it is. I did not invent it. This is human brain. So you are still, aiming to learn this new language. You are really into it, and maybe it's gonna help you get a better raise, a job. Fucking great. Every single day for the next at least 21 days, because this is what it takes usually for a human to form a habit. More or less 21 days. So let's say at least 21, 24? 21, sorry. At least for the next 21 days, you're gonna sit down and you're gonna study the same subject all over again for however long you want, but every single day. Make sure you repeat. You're gonna notice that after a certain amount of time, this is something that you are not trying to resist anymore. One thing that humans absolutely hate and always constantly resist is change. We just don't like it. We don't like it. There's something about it that just, our ego goes, now this is new, I don't want it. But change is what's gonna help you once again to get from point A to point B. There's no other way. And the best way to change things is to be persistent with them, to be persistent and to be consistent. Consistency requires repetition. As I said, every day a little bit of something until the day you feel like you are less resistant to it. It becomes a little bit more natural. Just as I said, as taking a shower. Taking a shower is natural. So learning this new language every day for a certain amount of time is going to become more natural to you because you are going to form this habit. This habit's going to become a part of you. It does not mean that you need to keep this habit for your whole life. At one point, you'll feel like you have all the bases of this language and maybe you're going to even be fluent in it. So you're going to, switch to the next thing, whatever it is. But training yourself to be consistent with what you're doing, with where you want to get, is gonna unlock so many things within you. It's gonna help you realize that whatever you need to achieve and learn in life, you can actually do it. Because if you were able to learn this new language, and learning languages is hard, let's not lie, usually it takes a lot of time, and you're never fully fluent. You can still learn more even in your own mother tongue, right? But this thing, this achievement, learning new language, is gonna prove to your own self that you can actually do it for no matter what the thing is. But you can do it. If you achieved it once, why wouldn't you be able to achieve it for the second, third, and 10th time in your life? The key is just to make sure you are clear about your goals. So one goal could be learning a language. Second goal could be getting a new job, getting your driver's license, whatever it is. But make sure you break down those goals so you're very clear about them, because all of them are gonna require time. And me, myself, I know that I'm everywhere all at once. Can you blame me? I am a Gemini moon. After all, I am very curious, and I know that I love to start things. And at one point where I feel like I lose the interest, I just stop doing it all along. And this is now one, and this is something I'm still a little bit struggling to cultivate within myself, but I do feel like I am already getting better. Let me give you an example. Last year, I started journaling, and same with journaling. I know that I love it. I love to talk, I love to communicate, I love to break down my thoughts and ideas into smaller concepts and just talk about them even with my own self. Yes, I talk to my own self every single day out loud, and it's helpful and it's free therapy. But I could never journal, because I would start and I would just quit the habit within 1 week. Last year, I decided that I really needed it and it would contribute to my well-being. And you guess what? I started in August 2023 and it is February 24. I'm on my 4th diary. This is insane, and this is a small achievement. I just know it's a very personal thing, and it helped. And it helped and it worked, and I'm so proud of myself. And I know that I feel like my mom didn't help me cultivate this discipline within myself earlier in life. She was very strict about many things, but she was not explaining to me why I need to stay consistent with what I'm doing. So I have to do it today, and it's always harder to learn those skills later in life. So if you can, please start doing it today. You are going to be so grateful to yourself, and when you're going to see yourself achieve those things that you really wanted to get, the new skills that you really wanted to learn, that's gonna get you further in life, you are gonna develop the amount of confidence that you never ever had in your entire fucking life. Because you'll just feel that you are capable of whatever it is you have on your mind and whatever it is you want to get, because you'll know that you can stay so consistent and so hardworking that you'll just get through. And I always say that talent is completely overrated. There are talented people, this is undeniable. Some people are just so talented, let's say in music, other people less. But consistency and hard work and discipline are gonna beat it 10 times out of 10, because no matter how talented you can be, if you are not consistent with your effort, let's say again in music, You are not gonna get there. We have seen so many musicians fail because, let's say, they struggled with their mental health and something else, and they just couldn't stay consistent. They just couldn't stay disciplined enough because something else was bothering them. And I am in no way judging them. I know that the struggle is real. I'm just trying to tell you that if you're not staying consistent with your goals, if you're not disciplined in your own self enough, you're not gonna get there. You will not achieve those things. You are not going to have a better life, and you're gonna spend your life regretting it because you already felt that you could have it, and you didn't push yourself enough to form those habits and keep doing it for a prolonged period of time to make sure you achieve them. I am really talking like a Capricorn rising, that I absolutely am. But what can I tell you? What can I tell you? Discipline works. And if I'm talking about this today is because, as I said, I did not work on this part of myself enough, and I know that had I done it, I wouldn't be where I am in life now. I would be even further, and I don't have regrets about it. Timing is very personal, but if you are watching it and you feel like it resonates within you and you're like, okay, yeah, this is a valuable advice, I am begging you, start applying it today. Stop pitying yourself. This is the worst thing you can do to yourself. Stop being way too nice with yourself. You deserve some love, but stop being too nice to a point where, like, every day, like, oh, okay, I worked too much. That's it, time to watch Netflix. Girl, watch Netflix for an hour. And after that, sit down with yourself and start achieving your goals. Learning your language, doing something else, whatever your goals are, start doing them now. Please, I am begging you. Let's build a community of people who actually work on themselves daily, who want to get disciplined, who want to achieve things, who want to learn things, who want to get this confidence to understand that they are able of anything their mind wants to get. Let's do it.